Hey guys, Mark Anthony here from SiGMA Group. Today I'll be interviewing in our studio Dee Maher, an operations and compliance expert. Let's go. Dee, such a pleasure to have you in the studio. How are you today?
I'm very well, and thank you for asking me over. It's lovely
My
here.
absolute pleasure. Dee, I am curious, and so are our viewers, about compliance. You seem to be an all-round compliance woman, and I would like to just dive into the questions because I just need to satisfy my curiosity here.
Okay. Well, definitely compliance is the backbone of a successful organization.
I would say.
You win and lose by your compliance risk profile and your tolerance to compliance. I've worked in compliance on the B2B and B2C side, so I can understand the complexity of both sides of an operation. So it's complex, and it's built on processes, it's built on timing, it's built on evaluation, and it's there's a lot that can go wrong if you don't do it right all the time. You can't take your eye off the ball. So it's quite complex, and I love it.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, Dee, AI is currently a hot topic, quite a hot topic. Do you think that operators can use AI in their compliance operational strategy?
Mark, they're already using it. They already use chatbots. That is AI. Chatbots is conditioned to recognize particular words in order to direct a customer to the relevant channel or somebody to assist them. So that's already in the industry. We are using our data in order to look and see where we should be targeting, not only in compliance, but all across an operations of a gaming company. For sure, AI is going to become incredibly relevant to make our user journey and to make processes become smarter, because AI continuously is learning from what's happening on a user journey. So what I see it's becoming, it's definitely there at the moment, and it is going to revolutionize how we process and carry out procedures and come to the desired result while maintaining risk. And that's what it's all about in compliance, making sure your risk tolerance is in check at all times. So yes, AI is going to become predominant in this industry.
Thanks for that, Dee. Well, do you see any issues when using AI tools?
Yes, for sure. I mean, everybody's talking about AI now, the positive and negative effects. If you need to, it's all built on data, right? If you have an inbuilt, incorrect data set, you can get the wrong result, and you're not going to get what you're looking for at the end. So you definitely have to look and see, qualify each set of data that you want to, in order to deliver the quality that you want, whether it's like, it's all built on triggers as well, especially in compliance. So we're all the time looking to see our risk profile, times and dates when an action needs to happen. At the moment, there's a lot of manual work on that, and that can slow down processes. If you have the right data set, once trigger happens online, and everything happens online and remote, right? It can automatically, the system can learn that process. I mean, the self-driving cars, that's AI, right? So a car can drive by itself and park by itself and reverse by itself. You can definitely get a process built into your ordinary compliance function department. So looking out for particular triggers, but if you don't get those triggers correct, bad results can happen. Bad effect on the department itself, bad effects on the customer journey, and bad effects for your regulator or what's happening. So in order to make sure you're getting desired result, you must check your data and take out any biases that may be there. So continuous ensuring that your data is right, and then feeding in and making sure that your processes are learning from that data, because things change all the time.
So in terms of keeping up with that, do you think that AI is going to replace the employee? Like, am I going to need to hire a robot to go work for me?
I think we're a long way away from that, right? And thank goodness. But there are certain processes and certain tasks which are manual heavy that will become obsolete with AI. And they tend to be routine kind of tasks, like checking a document, deciding whether go this way, go that way, which road to take. Those kind of decisions can be made by a machine. Now, that will mean eliminating some manual tasks and manual labor that needs to do that. But it also opens other opportunities so that you're then looking at the more complex situations, and you always will need somebody to evaluate that process and use their intuition. Machines don't have intuition. They're only going A, B, C, or D, choose one path. A human will know by sight, sound, quality, attenuation of an interaction what decision to make. So it will throw up other avenues, more complex and more development. And people generally like to feel that they're developing their skills. It will become more relevant for people who like to deal with complex situations. So yes, some jobs will lose to the machine, but then other opportunities will arise from it as well.
I sure hope so. Dee.
I think so.
But I have a bonus question I'd like to throw in.
Okay.
No, because it's curious. It's curious to know. This being said, that humans have emotions, as machines, of course, don't, and we can operate, of course, much more in depth than a machine can. However, do you think at this stage, with how AI is evolving, that there should be, or some sort of regulation should start on AI in order to protect the human, I would say, that has studied, has aspired to become something, and do something with their life instead of being replaced?
Well, GDPR is out there anyway to protect certain amounts of privacy, so against profiling. So absolutely, you can opt out of a profiling method, which GDPR gives you that right. So, and also disclosure of information. You must tell the person interacting with your company what you do with their data. So it is protected, and GDPR to a certain extent will protect the customer's data. But the regulation is needed over, probably in the future. The US is looking at regulating. There's an AI bill that Joe Biden is trying to pass through. And a lot of other people are looking and requesting that there's regulation around AI. That would be to do with making sure that the information you are getting as a result of using AI is correct and factual, and it's not being misused. So potentially there is a way to go, but I think it's a long way before that is going to be regulated. But a note of caution, like ChatGPT, should not be taken verbatim, because that is built on just everybody's input into data on the online.
Has already been banned in Italy, actually.
Well, because one, it's out of date. It's built on just a series of facts. The AI, ChatGPT, cannot analyze between fact or fiction, and this outdated relevance. So people need to be wary about checking the sources, checking the results that they come through, and don't automatically think computer is right. The computer is not always right. So yes, there has to be eventually, I'd say, some regulation coming in. But as I say, privacy is already in place in Europe for GDPR as well. So what we do with people's data. But yeah, potentially it will go towards full regulation. But when that's going to happen, I really don't know.
Let's hope anytime soon, because it has really boomed quickly, I must say.
Yes.
In the past 2 years, going from DALL-E, just an application which was really nice. You can just put in any keywords you want and have a beautiful painting of a Homer Simpson in Picasso style. It started off as a funny thing, but it has quickly escalated to a point where a lot of questions are being raised, and I think they need to be listened to and actually worked on. I understand, of course, America just had a very big hit with the AI picture of the Pentagon going in flames, and of course this hasn't been taken lightly at all. So I understand the need for the regulation, just to, have a fair say for everyone, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people are using it, and you don't know whether it's real, like the Pope in the puffer jacket.
He's
right?
such a good skateboarder, apparently.
He's
nowadays.
amazing. But yes, it can be. People can believe that what they see on the internet or reading the internet is true. It's not always the case, as we know. So they're talking about the upcoming American general election of the new president, and they already believe that the data on AI can be manipulated to provide false information on the candidates.
That's really a big threat. So much before such an event. Yeah, that's actually quite scary, if I may say. So yeah, I completely agree. Yes, it probably will happen the next few years, if anything. Dee, I would really like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and coming over to our studios for this lovely chat. I believe that we have a better insight in compliance, and thank you for sharing your thoughts on AI as well. It's been an absolute pleasure having you over, Dee.
And it's been lovely talking to you, Mark.
And I hope to see you at our November Malta week, this November, yeah?
Absolutely, that's my plan.
Let's catch up then.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure.